Hello guys, LH here bringing another Saints Row 5 video. I saw the response to my last video and last Saints Row video, and it really went up in views, and I was quite shocked at how fast it went up. So I went to myself, let's just make a wish list for the next. Oh, there's a audio log. As you see, I've got some Saints Row 4 gameplay in the background. My friend, well, Optic Ben Boy, he actually had a save where he could control a simulation. I did actually film it just then, my previous video, the actual video, but then I went, oh, it's too dark, the quality's terrible, so I asked him, do you have a save, and he was like, yeah. So he made it day, so it's better quality for you, so you don't have to see like white bits standing out, you know, throughout the screen and stuff. So anyway, let's get to the wish list. The Saints Row 5, I was talking to my friend now, we were talking for about 10-15 minutes just there, me and my friend Optic Ben Boy, about how different Saints Row 4, 3 and 2 are. Like, Saints Row 2, amazing game. I think one of the best Saints Row games I've ever played. It was just so detailed, so it was just a massive map, it was just so amazing. But then we've got Saints Row 3. It's not too bad, I think it's better, I have to be honest, I think Saints Row 3 might be a bit better than Saints Row 4, because it's just got the realism of it, and I think I'm looking for the realism in the Saints Row games, but, you know, I'm still playing Saints Row 4, you know, but, it's still like an enjoyable game, but, with Saints Row 2, it was just so much detail into it. I just wish they actually made the Saints Row 3 and 4 on the Saints Row 2 engine. I think it could have been one of the really good games if they made a whole new map. If you just see here, if you look around every corner, it's probably just a glitch where you can glitch under the map, and you know, it's obviously not their fault because they obviously can't, you know, fill it all in. But you know, but I just wish that Saints Row 5 can either have better graphics. I think the character models for Saints Row 4 are pretty. As you can, I think Saints Row 2 character models are a bit better. I think they've sort of got more, I don't know, just sort of better character models than that. But that's sort of my sort of graphic. I think graphic side, I think they should definitely improve. But I think they might, they don't know. But they did hire up apparently like 50 to 100 people for next gen things, and they did hire another 50 for like current gen. So you know, that's now 50 people for, you know, next gen. So why would they do that if they're not going to do a next gen title? But that could have been for Dead Island. But Dead Island 2 had been announced for spring 2015. But basically, Saints Row in the coding, this is the last mission. So if you haven't played the last mission of Saints Row 4, I'm gonna wait a few seconds. But if you haven't played it, just turn off the video now or skip ahead like a minute. Okay, so basically in the last mission there was some coding that said Dead Island X Saints Row coming 2015. Dead Island 2 has already been announced for spring 2015 release date. We've not got an exact release date, but basically it sort of strings in with it. And I'm talking to my friends about the reason. He asked me why you're on your PSN. My PSN comment says Saints Row 5 may be coming soon or coming soon. And he asked me why is that, and I was telling him all the reasons why. Can you remember they said for ages before, they said the penetrator which I've got here and the dildo back, they said that was never coming back. I'm sure they said they said in an interview that Johnny Gat was dead and that was gone. He was gone forever, and they actually brought him back. So you know, Volition do lie, obviously, and we don't blame it. It's cool that they you know, lies turn out to be truths and we get really hyped up for it. But you know, they did say that this would be the last Saints Row game. Remember what I just said there about the penetrator and Johnny Gat? They did say that he weren't coming back, but they did. But they did say as well, if they were going to make a Saints Row 5, it would go in a different direction as from Saints Row 4, which I hope. I really don't think they might. I don't think there'll be superpowers in the next Saints Row. If it does continue in this direction, I think we might have that suit that was actually included in the. I'm not going to say anything for a few seconds if you don't want to listen. Just skip ahead for a minute. Okay, in the last mission you got this thing in the real world, like a suit where you can actually use superpowers. But I think if they did, I don't think they're going to make another superpower game like where you have superpowers. I really don't think they're going to do that. I think they're going to make it on actual Earth this time. Because if they have I keep on pausing because people have last mission like that. This is the last mission I'm about to talk about. So if you want to listen, just skip ahead a few minutes. Okay, the last mission, the Saints got a time machine. They actually got a time machine. They could go back and save the Earth from exploding. You should have got past that bit anyway. The Earth exploded. I think if. Oh, you'll be watching a Saints Row 5 video if you haven't played Saints Row 4, unless you actually hate Saints Row 4. But anyway, if you're not going to play it, it doesn't really matter. But the Earth exploded, so the Saints can actually go back and save Earth from being exploded. What I just actually spoke to my friend about, which I thought was an alright storyline, this is what I've come up with. If they actually had the time machine working, if we picked up from the point where Saints Row 4 like left off, like they had the time machine and stuff, and we have the new boss come in, like not the new boss like him, the boss. I mean like a new like Zinyak sort of type enemy comes in, and maybe when they're actually getting in to actually go back to Stillwater or Steelport, wherever, go back to save Earth, and they've saved Earth, for instance, and then they've gone back. All right, let's go back to Steelport or Stillwater or New City. Let's go to China, for instance. I don't know, that will never happen. But then what happens is the new enemy actually goes in and, you know, fiddles with the coordinates, or fiddles with the year they actually land in. So maybe they might land back in Stillwater, Stillwater I think would be the main place, or somewhere where they land back, and they're not the president. He's not the president anymore. He's not the a public icon like the Saints are currently were in Saints Row 3, where they were like celebrities. They go back to being the street gang that was, you know, from the crack house. So maybe they might actually like fight to actually get back, but then they learn that they can't actually go back. The time machine's been destroyed, they're stuck there. So maybe they have to work their way back up to the top, but obviously it won't be a repeat of Saints Row 3. Maybe they would say, right, well, I think we're better off if we just stay the way we are as a street gang. I think we might be a bit better as a street gang. Maybe they might continue. That's the only way I can see it of them getting back into being a serious sort of, you know, serious Saints Row 2 style game. But then, if there are any other ways, let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear it. I might include it in my next Saints Row 5 video. If it does be announced, I definitely will do a video on Friday. As soon as it says publicly announced it's coming, I will do a video straight away. And I'll tell you if there's any details being released about it. I will definitely tell you. My Twitter thing just went off, so if you just heard that, I'm sorry. So I'm very sorry. But like let's just talk about the general gameplay. I hope there's. The storyline Saints Row 4 wasn't too bad, but, you know, aliens. It went in a completely weird direction. You can't have superpowers and have gangs who just be super, super overpowered. You fly through the story. And as well, I think the gameplay of it, I think they should definitely improve how mechanics work and stuff. How the storyline, they have to have a solid, serious storyline, I think, to bring back old Saints Row 2 fans that didn't like Saints Row 4 and went, oh, I'm not playing this anymore. If they bring back a Saints Row 2 style game, I think they'll get a lot of fans back into, into their, well, money pockets if they're going to buy the game again, and like fan base as well. But as well, I've just thought of something in my head. Do you think let me know in the comments below. Do you think this will actually come to next gen? I personally think it could, to get a more variety of, you know, like people like playing the game and enjoying it. Maybe current gen might have better graphics, might have better mechanics, but Jesus, but you know, better gameplay in just general. But do you think that I keep saying, because I keep thinking of bloody GTA in my head. Do you think Volition could actually add some, like, you know, maybe some exclusive vehicles or like weapons into the actual game? I think it would be kind of unfair, because you think about it, if they go, right, you have 20 new cars in next gen that you can't have in current gen. But yeah, so basically like that. So I think the gameplay of it can definitely be improved. I think it could come to next gen. Let me know in the comments below, like I've just said, if you actually think it could come to next gen. And do you think you did like enjoy it? Do you like, I watched a video think about Flippy. He's another Saints Row sort of YouTuber. He did a Saints cast, and he said, do you really think that sort of Saints Row, do you really think that the Saints Row 5 could go back to being a serious gangster sort of style game, rather than being a sci-fi thing? So let me know in the comments below like that again. But I'm going to ask my friend Optic Benboy. So Benboy, Optic, get your headset on quickly. He's got it off because he didn't want it, him to be speaking or anything while I'm doing my thing. But let me ask him a sec. Ben? Right, I'm going to ask Ben now what he thinks for what do you hope for the next Saints Row 5? If it's going to be, would you like it to be continue with a sci-fi element, or do you think it could go back to the serious? What do you enjoy more? What would you enjoy more? Yeah. He said he would hope that Saints Row 5 would go back to the way the gangster was. Like, you know, it was classed as a GTA rip-off back, you know, when Saints Row 2 was out. But I personally hope it could go back to the way, but nothing too serious. Nothing like I've never played Saints Row 1. That's one game I've never played because obviously it's on Xbox. But do you have a current gen, and do you have a next gen console first of all? Yeah. Yes, I'm asking you. Ben doesn't have a next-gen console. So just say, for instance, that you did have one, a next-gen console, for instance, and there were better stuff on it. Just say better graphics, better, maybe some exclusive stuff, maybe in 2 hours of extra gameplay. Do you think you'd buy the game? Like if it had extra stuff on next-gen, if you had a next-gen console? He said yes. Yes, he said yes. So basically, that is sort of it for my sort of wishes. I just hope it could be a bit more serious than Saints Row. I think there were some very serious elements in Saints Row 4. As you agree with the Earth being blown up, and sort of I liked how the boss went around it. He actually wanted to kill Zinyak, rip off his head. He said he'd rip off his head, and he did not disappoint in the last mission. But we all know, if you're going, oh, why did you spoil it? But I think we already know that the boss would have killed Zinyak in the end anyway. I don't think the boss would have died or anything. A lot of people would know that Zinyak would get his ass kicked by the boss. But that's what my wish is. I hope better mechanics, better gameplay, new engine for the Saints Row 5 game. I just really hope they've actually gone out with this. And maybe if this is the last, a lot of people are saying this could be the last one. If it's Saints Row 5, this could be the last Saints Row game ever. I hope they go out with a bang. Make it really good, better game, better mechanics and stuff. Maybe a bit more serious, or this might just be a continuation, a sequel, basically. Sequel with more superpowers and stuff. Maybe more, yeah, exactly. Could be more superpowers. We don't know, but I hope it go back to the way it used to be, like sort of serious and stuff. But let me know in the comments below what you would like it to go back. Do you want it to be serious or just fun, like this? What I'm show you 12 minutes of gameplay here of just basically me jumping around with superpowers. Do you wish it could stay like that, or do you think it had to go back to serious elements? So thank you for watching the Saints Row 5 video. If it does actually end up being announced, I will do a video this Friday. Just to tell you the time as well. Apparently it's 1 o'clock. So Europe time, where the broadcast. I don't know if it's being broadcast online. So just keep checking, maybe keep refreshing your page. Around about 2 o'clock, that's when they're going to announce the new game. So keep refreshing your page in Europe. Maybe like in Saints, Topo and Saints Row, keep refreshing it, because they're guaranteed it's going to be like a news story. So it's happening Friday the 29th of August at PAX Prime. I think it's 10 AM in the US or wherever it's based and stuff. So 1 PM it starts. If it's streamed, let me know in the comments below and leave me a link to it, because I'll definitely watch that for the whole hour. So thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you in the next video where Saints Row 5 has been announced. Thank God, hopefully it will be announced. So thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time.